Well. What do we have here?
Alright, so something a little bit different for this episode. Instead of Commodores and whatever, we're doing a full budget build. So we got given this car for free, and we're going to just see how cheaply we can get it on the road. We're going to paint it, we're going to paint wheels, little nudge bar thing. It's got a little bit of rust, we're going to just patch that up as cheap as we can and just see what we can do with it. I think it's going to be a wicked little car. They're worth a little bit of money, so yeah, we'll just see how cheaply we can get the car on the road, show you guys what's doable. But yeah, we're just going to start with a full detail because it's been sitting for a while, clean the interior, and then we're going to get on with the paintwork side of things.
So we're going to start in the engine bay, give all of this a deep clean. It's got a lot of just junk in there. What do you reckon? Bit of a job, eh?
She's definitely a bit filthy.
But yeah, we're going to do engine bay, and then we're going to come in, and we're also just going to do interior first. Interior's not horrible, but we're going to just give everything a bit of a wipe down, give it a vac. It's still got a lot of the old owner's belongings in there.
Hey, do you remember the first episode?
Oh, we could have given away a jacket and pants.
Yeah, but...
Someone burnt the jacket, I know.
Not me, because I was keen to give that away. But these pants are up. So, for the 500... 500?
No.
500 subscriber, these are yours.
The 500th subscriber.
I didn't go to school.
Got a nice little saw in there. We also found this. So we were going to service the car, but then we found this box, which looks pretty new and no filter. So we're not going to service it anymore. No, we will. But yeah, we'll definitely do like a fluid change. But that's the plan. Interior, engine bay first, and then we're going to get stuck into doing the outside. Full budget build, respray. And yeah, see what we can do. What are you doing?
Oh, the SS is getting a bit dirty, but... Good thing I don't drive it anyway. Love that I'm fixing this car. You guys how collected that is, just sitting there. Got that thing, Climb Sport 80 series, and we're fixing this.
Priorities.
Subaru. How good's this sticker? I think we should leave that on there.
I think you should leave it
I
there.
have no idea what it says. So we've just finished giving it a wash. It actually come up not too bad. Basically what we're going to be doing is, because it's a full budget build, we're going to be leaving everything on the car, just masking up bumper bars, mouldings, mirrors, whatever. But yeah, basically it's had a bit of dodgy paintwork done before, so a lot of it's coming off. And a lot of the factory paint's also coming off, so when I pressure washed it, this whole back end's nearly green. So yeah, we're going to give the interior a quick clean tonight, and then tomorrow probably we'll start sanding everything for a bit of paint. Body repair wise, it's really good. It's just got one bit of rust in the front guard. So there's a fair bit of this sort of stuff going on where it's like surface rust that's easy as to clean up. But we've got a hole in this guard which we need to fix. So yeah, we'll just do that cheaply, obviously. But that's the only major rust, and other than that, it is really good. So we'll get it in the shed and we'll start doing the interior.
So we've just finished sanding her up, bogging her up, and she's pretty much ready for paint now. Do you want to walk us through what we kind of did, Jesse?
So we were going to like use proper paint and do it real properly, and then we started like we'd sand a little bit, and then we'd use the air blower to clean it, and then a bit more paint would flake off, and then we'd sand that bit, and it was just the process. So we're now Raptor coating it because I can't be bothered sanding it, priming it, doing all these things, and it's a budget build. So I got the Raptor coat colour matched the factory white, and we fixed all the rust. Sort of.
What happened to this bit down here? There was
yeah. So there's that
couple
big
of
hole
holes in
here, and I cut sections out and welded new patch in.
Did you really?
No. Fiberglass filler in there.
Perfect. Bit of tape on the back, I guess.
And then we just went around the car, fixed all the dents, smoothed it all out. So yeah, colour match Raptor. We're going to put epoxy wet on wet down to seal it, and then put 2 coats of the Raptor over it. So it'll look cool. I'm going to try and put it on like as fine as I can, just so it's not...
Are you painting this in a booth? Like we're taking this out to a booth, or?
We're in the booth now.
Okay. Are we going to wet the floors down at least?
Yeah, probably actually. Oh, no, actually.
Should be right. Yeah, true. It's going to be rough anyway.
Yeah, we saved about 3 weeks of process. And by the way, like we're not painters, so we don't judge us.
Yeah.
No, I haven't painted, but this isn't how to do it. This is budget build spec.
This is just fun,
This is just fun.
not club sport.
Cheap, fun. Oh no, we're doing this to club sport. Could you imagine? Red Raptor coat. Nah, so we're doing it somewhat properly. We've sanded it, fixed the dents, cleaned it, we've masked it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's just like to paint this would literally cost a few K in like primer,
lots in bog.
paint, getting it straight, whereas Raptors just hose it on, done. So let's hose some on.
She is all unmasked. Fresh coat of colour. Has been sitting for a couple of days, so it's a little bit dirty on top, but that's alright. So yeah, next thing I'm going to do is give these wheel arches a pretty good clean, and I'll probably paint in here black, but I'll probably just rattle can it, just because rattle cans are nice and easy. So do that front and rear. I'm also going to paint the wiper arms. I'm going to paint the nudge bar, and this afternoon I've just been getting these wheels ready for a coat of black. So I'll put a 2K semi-gloss black on there. That'll be pretty durable for a set of wheels because they obviously can chip and stuff if you put cheap paint on there. So I think it's going to look really cool. Just like all the white, black wheels, fresh bits of black everywhere. It's going to look a lot better than it did, and for not a lot of money. Alright, so I've got one coat on. I've put it on pretty light because these wheels have been painted before. Sort of they look like a rattle can job. If you put paint on too wet, it can sometimes fry up and make your new paint do all sorts of weird things. So I'm going to just let that tack coat dry, and then I'll put a nice wet coat over the top.
have music over this?
I will now.
Were you talking in the whole video so I was taking a note? Alright, we've got it started, all put together, wheels are on, looking mint. What is that thing?
Well, at the end of the day, it is a Subaru, so you got to have these things.
Where's your vape?
I'm on my way to go get it right now.
Yeah, okay.
I love how this sounds. Alright, it is the next day. Obviously yesterday we did all the wheels and wheel arches, stuff like that. This morning I put a bit of rego on it. That cost about 190 bucks. So a bit of a build breakdown cost for it is we got it for free. The paint was around 900. The rego was around 200, so we're at 1100. We haven't serviced it yet, but I would allow 300 bucks for that. So we're at 1400. And that's all we've really had to do. Like, it's got good tyres, all the lights and stuff work. Other than that, it's just been our time cleaning it up. So I think for that sort of money, for the kind of car that it is pretty good. And it runs sweet. Like, yeah, I'm not sure why this thing was ever going to go to scrap.
Yeah,
It's so good. And it sounds good. So it's got, when we had it jacked up, we're looking underneath, and it's got the unequal length headers, so it gives it that Subi rumble. Could be a little bit louder. We might, I don't know, take a muffler out maybe, but yeah, it's so cool. I love it. We like, when we took it for a drive this morning, like first thing, we were both just like laughing while we were driving it because it like backfires. It sounds so good.
Still gets up and goes though.
Yeah. So I don't really know what we're going to do with it now. Whether we'll sell it or keep it for the channel, or we've had a few ideas of videos that we could do with it, but I don't know how many of them are a good idea. I don't want to destroy it, so. Well, we might leave this video here, I reckon. Yeah, it was something a bit different for the channel, something that wasn't a Commodore. Yeah, I think it was pretty fun, and you can go to show, like, you can get a car on the road so cheap if you're lucky enough to find something like we did, where it was free and it wasn't too bad to start with. And yeah, from what it went from to what it is now is pretty crazy. And yeah, for not a lot of money. So we're going to wrap the video up and we'll see you in the next one.
You'd think around $18,000 wouldn't buy much of a family wagon. Yet here's a wagon for around $18,000, and it's fully imported. It's roomy, comfortable, has a generous warranty, and it's four-wheel drive. So it'll go places other family wagons won't.